What is up, crawler fans, RC enthusiasts, and social media surfers? I'm your boy Josh with Texoma RC, and today we have another buddy battle on the rocks, the savage side of life. We went in a hole, new section at same place. Been over here before, but not this actual section. Had to relocate because of the wind. It was ferocious, cold, terrifying, no good. Shout out to ExoCaged RC. If you have not seen us on ExoCaged, check us out. He just dropped this morning showing off the TRX Prime, which is actually no longer for sale. It will come back as an Evo or an Evo Light or something its own. We'll see. Just need to make a few corrections and we'll get that guy back on the rocks. So I apologize for any inconvenience. But it will be well worth it in the end. It is my favorite slow crawler of all time. But there's just a couple things that we could probably do to it, especially to run even bigger tires. And so I want to get those things done and try to make it as simple as possible. Anyways, there we go. So the actual video here, battling, we have in the back, we have the Evo Light 6394 Canty. Should be 172 millimeters long. Running on Rattler 3-lug cut and shut V-pins. Freaking phenomenal. Weight bias should be right at high 62%. Now, moving forward, we're battling. This is also my ExoCaged rig, the rig that's going out to Joe today, actually. It's not to Joe, it's to Keone, his team driver, but Joe will be showing off the Evo Light that I am driving. So, on to the Echo in the front. I gave these Rattlers to Craig for Christmas. Really, I just gave them to him because I've been wanting to hook him up for a long time, and I've just been sucking as a friend. So, I just gave him a Christmas present, and I said, dude, don't worry about any Christmas present coming back the other way. Anyways. So, he is on these Rattlers, and probably could do with even a little bit more weight in the rear. I don't know what his weight bias is. I've never built an Echo, so I don't really know. Those should be set up at straight Trixie weight with 56 grams in the fronts and 28 grams in the rear. On the rig that I'm driving, I can't remember if I pushed it up to 38 grams in the rear or 40 grams in the rear. Don't remember. Something like that, but it's going to be right at about 62% bias. Okay, moral of the story. If you did not see the last buddy video, the buddy battle from last weekend, go back and watch compared to this. Craig was running another set of wheels with hangers from somebody else, and it was not a very good day. People were trying to make excuses for him. I made excuses for him. Oh, it's a not very fair rig. It's a shorter and whatever and these type of things. However, all you got to do to make your Echo perform to the fullest is just put a set of my wheels on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that simple, bro. I don't care what you got. Put a set of Rattlers, scale face, Rattlers, Kings, Daddies, put them on your rig with tungsten and have a great day. I promise, dog. It's that simple. It's going to take a little bit of work. We got to get our tires to be right. We got to do all these things. But when you put the effort into the wheels, the rig is going to go. Oops. Style, dog. Ultra high precision squish Texoma style driving. You got to try it, dog. It is the shiznit. Bruh, if you have not already, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all those things. Join the Facebook page, the group page, Texoma RC. Hit me up on Instagram, Texoma RC, and check out the Etsy shop. Links in the description. Check him out. Okay, we are freaking cruising. Man, I just want to say thanks to the homies, by the way, freaking hooking it up. We've had a great week. We're trying to keep it moving. You might hear a little bit of excitement in my voice right now. Just got finished watching ExoCaged video. We have sales that are made. We have money in the bank. We have things that are moving. It's doing pretty good. Feels nice to be in the positive, going in a good direction, right? So, check out this little trick right here. We're pushing the absolute limit. I did a great job until the end. It went exactly as I intended and what I wanted to do. What I want to do is to step it off the side. I don't want to go over the top. I'm trying to reposition my rear end. I need to get it to come off and slide off and be in control. And then I want to slide to the side and exit sideways. And it's going to go rad until it doesn't. It's going to go rad until it doesn't. So we're almost there. Great job. Oh, too much trigger pull. My bad.
Dude.
Nice correction, though. That was savage. Let's see what you got, Craigie Poo. So if you didn't notice, this is a freaking long video. I'm going to do my best to have fun things to say and narrate this whole thing and not try to be too out there. So looking good, Craig. Looking good. Not looking good. Scary. See you later. See you later. Oh, there's new buddy on the rocks. He's coming to join us. He's got coming from the stock section, but he's going to get there one day. He will come and he will be playing buddy battles with us. You can see he's got skills already, and he's got a desire to learn. So great to have you out, Shane. We'll get you hooked up soon. Oh my gosh. Those are ones that I hate coming back to it. You don't realize where you are. You're in a bind. You try to push forward, flip it over. And what's Craig going to do? Is he going to say, oh, don't worry about it. Here, you can still go? No way. Craig's not that type of guy. He's not going to give up the leadership for that. He's going to take it away from me every time. And it's deserved. I should have paid attention. So, but, you know, whatever, dude. Pretty weak, Craig. Pretty weak. Bro, if you have not played FTL, follow the leader with a homie. Dude, it is like the funnest thing. Take your time. Go slow. Try to learn. Try to share some pointers, right? It's the greatest thing. Talk a little shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fun, bro. Great times. Test yourself. Test your rigs. And just enjoy some time with some buddies. Gates are great. It's a lot of fun to run gates and challenge yourself and you know, whoop on your buddies. However, there's something about Follow the Leader that just makes it so much fun to me. I just absolutely love especially just a one-on-one, and even a one-on-two can be just a freaking great day, bro. The longer lines do usually tend to get a little bit chaotic. You know, you tend to have maybe guys that aren't as used to driving, or you know, if you had everybody in the group that was great drivers, all the rigs are the same, it'd probably be a lot of fun. But what happens is you get lesser rigs, lesser drivers, and what they end up kind of breaking up the pack, right? And because what happens when your rig is not keeping up and Follow the Leader, you kind of might want to feel bad about yourself. I know I would, and not to talk any crap. I just know that it sucks when your rig does not do what you want it to do. And so if you go back again, just to point at the tires, go look at the battle from last week if you did not see it, to see and understand why rattlers, right? Why this setup? Why these tires? They're amazing, dog. So you don't have to run the V-pin cut and shuts. You can run this same setup on a 65 pin comp pin. How would I do that? I would get the pin, I would cut off and do a cut. We can show off those cuts. But typically I'm going to do the alternating cut on those. It's just an easy one. There are other cuts that you can make, and I have shown on the channel before. But from there, you cut about half the pins off, stretch the tire the best that you can. I do have a wheel and tire video that I shot yesterday that I will do my best to get edited and out as soon as possible. And that will help you to understand what I mean by stretching. What the heck does that mean? Because I do it on camera. So I do it to pretty much all of my tires. It definitely helps to stretch the rubber, get it to be more pliable and move around the way that we want it to be. Let's go, Craig. All right, so I did kind of mention it a little bit, but these rigs are definitely not directly fair battled, but it's way more fun to play together when he has proper wheels and tires. So wheelbase wise, he should be 155 to 160 in that range somewhere, probably about 160 I would guess. It doesn't look like a straight up Gladiator, but what do I know? But if you ask me, pretty sure these are some of the gnarliest maneuvering we've ever done on camera. Some of the best driving that Craig has ever done when he did stay focused and stay calm, keep it easy. You'll see what I'm talking about later on. His Echo Pro with the SMP, for whatever reason, the way it's set up is a little bit hard to drive. And it makes it look like you're not being smooth, but it just, if you're just not just super careful, it's not real easy. So, anyways, not to talk any crap, just playing around with my buddy. Come on, as I talk about, that's what happens though. When you talk about something, you say how good it is, then just the way it goes, dude. Let's go, Craig. Stop dragging your nuts, bro. All right, he got it figured out. He's got his nuts cleared. He's gonna go a new way. Ooh, that was almost too quick. Almost too quick. So one of the things that you got to remember with a small car is that it does not react like a big car, right? You got to realize it's very much smaller. As a rig gets smaller, its reaction time gets faster, right? You have to react faster. So, and one thing to do to help that is realize that, again, it should be going slower. A smaller rig should be going much slower than a bigger rig, right? Why? Well, scale-wise, it's gonna need to go slower. So if you are used to driving a 10th scale, coming down to something like this is going to be a little bit different. So you're going to have to slow it down a little bit. Just a little bit different to get used to. But the shorter it goes, the faster your angle is going to stack up. Talk about angle. I struggled with this obstacle. I did not get it just like Craig did. That was freaking excellent job on his part. So part of the problem that's going to be is that my length right here is going to hurt me. It's going to make me feel more tippy. If you just see across those two, my would be my rear right and my front left tire. That's where, you know, the pivot point is going to be, and then on my low side tire, if it bites in there at all. These are all things that I'm having to worry about. You know, and then I was trying to get my rear end out. So being shorter, he's going to have a much more stable point in there. It's not going to, the rear end is not going to be so high, and that's what the difference was. And so anyways, I did not feel out how to get up like he did. I didn't exactly, even though I'm filming, I didn't necessarily watch exactly how he did it. And then by now I've completely forgot exactly what he did, and I'm just trying to find my way past this obstacle. So Craig really did get me on this one. This is a freaking great maneuvering, great obstacle choice. If you are playing Buddy Battle, you know, he put it at his limit, which was too much for my rig as per the wheelbase. So possibly again, had I you know, re-looked at the obstacle, re-looked at how to get past, I could have potentially gotten past this, but in the setup and where I was seeing it, I didn't get it. So I freaking tried. It was rough. That was just a little bit too much trigger pull. My bad. Oh, that it browned out. That's what happened. I got to turn up the steering. I don't have the steering turned up in this, and it felt like it kind of like popped loose. Is kind of what it like felt like. It felt like it was just not giving me the steering that I would need, and then as it would clear, it would kind of go and the steering would push more than I had wanted it to, right? Because it wasn't going. I had pushed the steering, and it was not responding because of torque. So that is one thing about when you start to really go do big maneuvers, having a big servo, and then even more having it on more than 5.5 or 6 volts is incredibly important. So with a small tire rig, you can get away with about 6 volts on a big servo. Pretty good. However, when you go to monster tires, heavy weights, you're definitely going to want to get as much servo as you can afford and that you can power. So there are a lot of great servos on the market. You are not going to be able to find a better priced, better servo than a Servo Beast. I got to say, it's probably the best servo in the game, and it's coming at a phenomenal price. So if you want a big servo, hit up Nick at moforc.com. Oh my gosh. My bad, Craig. My bad. So again, I make a move and I am to the back right away. Let's go. So this gets to show off the Echo though, and he did a phenomenal job driving it. And again, what do you need to make your Echo awesome? Buy some freaking rattlers, dog. Homies, How about supporting a homie that's doing something cool and don't steal my idea? How about that, by the way? How about that? Or come out with your own design that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But like my design? Come on, bud. Come on, bud. You're better than that. Maybe you could help out a homie or come up with your own thing. But please don't steal my ideas. I would appreciate it, guy. Let's go. Okay, so I'm in the lead. Can we keep it? Can we keep it? That was pretty freaking nasty. Let's go. Can we keep the lead for a while? Well, I don't know. Look what I'm setting up for. Am I gonna make it to the bottom? Watch this. So I thought we had some savage climbs. Absolutely savage climbs. However, I thought our descents in this video were equally, if not more so, savagery. So check out this one. That's one of the things I also was kind of testing because I did pull the weight bias back on this rig, adding 10 or 12 grams per wheel. I think it was 12 grams. I really think it was 40, so I went 56 in the front, 40 in the rear. And I messed it up, although we did save it. So Craig's going to set it up. This is just one of those things with V's that you have to make sure that you are in alignment with your V's coming down. So I had it on the first setup, and I didn't quite have it on the second step. So let's see what Craig can do. Let's go, buddy. It's looking freaking awesome so far. Open up the V. Got to stay balanced on the sidewalls. Also foreseeing grip. Which one's going to have more grip? Which one's going to let go? Let's go, Craig. Come on. The suspense is building. Ooh, power. Pile driver. So let's see. So that was a pile driver into the end. I wouldn't really call that making it, although it is making it. The point is to see how controlled we can be. So one of the things like this, there we go. I stuffed it too. Just make it happen. That's one of the things that in a situation like that, if it is a little bit more, to run it down as far as you can, and then don't just pull the trigger, start to roll out gently so that you have more trigger to pull as the rig goes out. If you go full throttle all the way, that's all you got, it's probably going to flip over. So just a gentle roll into it, and so that you can come in and stop at a point, or that you can, you know, again, add more throttle as needed. Let's go, Craig. Looking savage. Look at this turn up. He's like, I'm going to put it right here. This is where we're going, dude. I don't care I don't care what it looks like.
Nice. Come on.
Nasty, nasty lines,
You're
Craig.
real close to potential.
I freaking love this new place, bro. It was so good. So during a lot of the summer months, this place would be a no-go. There would be water where we are standing.
Take my X's then.
But at least for right now, we get to get out here and play. So, all right, so here is my attempt at this freaking crazy twist up. Super duper nasty. I think that this line is potentially possible, but as a one-timer, very, very hard, dude. Very freaking hard. We're going to have to figure it out. It's going to have to be very specific. Bum, bum, bum! New contestant! Come on down, Echo Pro. Okay, so one thing that you can notice now that there is a different set of wheels on the rocks. He's got hangers. Copy of a Trixie. So thanks, there we go, copies. Appreciate you, homies. But they're running Trixies. He's got a tungsten in hangers. Obviously, it's not really an original idea. You know, hangers with tungsten is something they do in the 10 scale. So it's not actually a copy. I'm just talking a little bit of noise. It's okay. It's all good. However, watch his wheels. Watch how chattery they are. And this is why I will not be offering the Trixies. Good job. So a little bit fast. Again, his Pro is a little bit hard to drive for whatever reason. He was complaining about the radio. I did touch the trigger for a minute. You know, it's got just like kind of like, and it will kind of come into the, I don't know what's going on with it. It's just a little bit hard to drive. So could make you a little bit frustrated and kind of make you, you know, anxious or whatever, and kind of more trigger pulls than you ought to be doing. So we're trying to find a way up through this nasty. Again, this is all new terrain to us, so although you might see us have gone over something once in the video already, that would be our once and second time over these obstacles. Never really having driven over in this section before. So we're just trying to figure it out, trying to put these rigs through the nastiest combinations that we could find, guy. So sometimes you just got to pull trigger. I was hung up in those freaking leaves. I pulled out there, and then the leaves gave way, and there was a big hole where I was stable, then not so stable. Great freaking job, nastiness. Let's go, pro. By the way, hit up Kyle at Profit Designs. He's got some freaking awesome designs, dude. They're not Slayers, but they're pretty freaking cool if you like that sort of thing. I do wonder what people were thinking when they run this motor sticking out like that. It looks pretty cool. However, it's pretty cringe.
On a massive hook on the bottom.
So there you go. Sorry about that guy, but
I think you had to reset that.
I don't like it. It's not good, dog. It's gonna freaking get broke. How you gonna flip it over when it's on the lid? Ruin the motor. Let's go, Craig. So Craig, Craig's struggling in the leaves, dude. Nastiness, not very fun. Let's go, Echo Pro. So another thing, the Klingons, they're okay. The lugs are too tall. So I think this is where his axle may have been already starting to break. I think that is potentially where it did break. It's kind of powering, but it was his CVD coming loose or something. And it seems like it's working now, but it begins to cause a problem. Maybe his pin was just, I don't know, a little bit loose or something. Ended up coming apart. I don't really know what happened. But it was giving him struggles here, and you'll see in a minute it's not going to be so good. So he's trying, he's doing his best, but you can see again the difference between running. They should be roughly, the same weight. He should be running quote Trixie weight in the back, which would be 6 ounces of tungsten. So in the front, I do have him beat because we went up by 12 grams, 10 or 12 grams in the rears. So we are a little bit heavier. And on a smaller tire. He does have us by 5 millimeters on length. It looks like we have him probably by 4 to 8 millimeters, 6 millimeters on width. Maybe 8 millimeters on width. I don't know. We'd have to measure him. Definitely in a wider setup. So I'm going to have a definitely feeling a little bit wider, shorter rig, and he's going to be a little bit longer, narrower. Both have advantages for certain obstacles. So I do not know the weight bias of that rig. I know when you weight out with Trixies, usually I'm at about 64, 65% front bias. Which works. Nice save. That weight bias works well with the really long rigs. The long rig acts like a ballast kind of, and to help with the stability. You do have to be careful when you have elbows. It still can swing the rear end around, but at the same time, you can swing the rear end around. Come on, Craig. This is the one I was talking about. It's a combination of his radio motor, so come on, Craig. Be smooth. Hear the coaching. Listen to the coaching. You got this, dog. You got it, bud. Show off for Kyle. It's the driver. It just needs a little driver mod, dude. The rig is good. The rig is very good. We're not trying to show him or show off the rig as poor. We're just trying to show what it takes sometimes, Be smooth. Be smooth, be patient, understand what's happening with the rig, and just be sensitive. So if you see right here, Craig demonstrates that. Come on, guy, don't get anxious, don't get excited, too excited or whatever. Just be smooth, understand the rig, and just here we go. Come on, Craig, you got it. Smooth out. Holy crap!
Take some out.
He's really taking it easy. But that's what happens. You make the obstacle when you go slow. Just like I was saying, you got to remember, they are small rigs. Tiny little things make big differences. So I had mentioned about the Klingons. If you like the Klingons, they are a good tire. However, the lugs act like fingers. They are too long. Great job, Craig. Great pull-up. But the lugs are like fingers. They walk. They do well, but when you really need them, they don't perform, especially as they start to wear. Hold on about the tires. Watch this. I had to backtrack and come here. I deleted what I was saying. Watch this. Craig does not follow this. Look at this. Holy smokes, dude. This is so savage. The angle does not show it off. We got to be front axle like 80 degrees right there. Freaking savagery, bro. So good. Now, Craig, he's not going to hit the angle. It's still hard, but he's not going to hit up there, right? We walked it. The whole purpose was to walk around the face of that rock with a high side tire. So, still scary. You can see he's showing off that he's way down lower, and it's still pretty freaking sketch. High side tire, and he lets go even. So, anyways, that was a super savage deal. I wish I would have shown it from the side. I was totally sketching trying to make it out of there, though. All right, here we go, Craig. Let's go back to the Klingons. So again, when you cut the lugs on the Klingons, they do much better. I cut them down by about half. So there is a little way to go about it. I usually cut one of the lugs and do it. It's like you can have the scissors at the same angle and cut their one lug off, and then that makes cutting the next one much easier. So, all right, Josh, let's go, Texoma. Show me something nasty. Okay, we got a nasty undercut. Can we get past it? It's starting to stand up and go to the left. I wanted to go to the right. Ooh, see, Craig missed the bump. So I backed up just a little bit to give just a little bit of throttle momentum over, so my rear tire is going to clear when I saw it. Right there, that's where he needed to have a little bit of momentum, and he's going to decide to try to keep pushing past it. So that's one of those things. Having a little bit of momentum, it doesn't need to be speed. It just needs to be momentum forward. Having forward momentum is going to help you clear the rocks. So that's what happens when your rear tires are in and up, and your front tires aren't binding, gee whiz, sorry. Your front tires are not hooking up, and you're going to continue to push. Sometimes it's going to be good, but you can see he's got different traction in the rear, super high grip, not so much grip, very hard. All that has to happen is over the part that's upsetting the rig in the rear is just to have a little bit of momentum and keep it to go past that and stop trying to crawl it. There are things that are fun to crawl, but again, having just a little bit of momentum, which just means forward progression. It's not really speed, and sometimes you might have to give just a tiny little throttle blip, but what happened here and the trend and what it is, it's number one, a tire issue, and whatever, and also the smoothing effect of the rattlers, all these things, advantages, the tires that I'm running, but the biggest thing that made me able to clear the obstacle was to have just a slight momentum when the rear end started to upset the front. So it's going to bind on the left side, and it needs to go and just be able to keep going forward. So that's the problem. That's a little coaching. I hope it makes sense. Let's go, Craig. So he's pulling up, dude. The freaking rig's doing awesome. It's standing up. It's just a traction issue and understanding what he needs to do. Sometimes, dude, you don't get it figured out, and it's frustrating. Let's go. Let's go. Nice twist up. Off camera. What in the heck, guy? How are you going to know how cool it is if I don't show you? There we go. That was nice. Very nice. Let's go, Craig. Obviously, you can hear me. I'm starting to run out of things to say. You talk for this long. No, I'm just kidding. I could talk for freaking hours about all kind of stuff. I just got to have something to say. So you can see him like kind of stuttering there. The motor, I don't know what it is. That is not my favorite motor and combo. S&P is definitely smooth, but I don't think that it has the torque of some of the other motors, especially like the BAM. To me, the BAM is just freaking awesome, an amazing motor. So now we see what's been going on with Craig. He's been struggling for the last few minutes, did finally completely break. So now we get a little bit of solo action. Look at him, dude. Just let me show off a minute by myself, dude. So Craig's going to come back in the shorter echo, and we're going to keep battling. We certainly could have ended the video, but oh my gosh, I'm having so much fun driving. This thing is just absolutely amazing. This place is absolutely amazing. My favorite place to date to play at. Absolute savagery. Better bring a baddie. Look at the set down. Look at the set down, my guy. Why do you run rattlers? Oops, I told you. ultra high precision squish with a driver mod out the bottom.
So nasty,
That
bro.
concrete right there is so nasty. Little things that catch tires and make you want to flip over, dude. Here we go. We running it back again.
Too much
Gee whiz. Again with the nasty, upsetting concrete. It's just chunky and nasty, and your tires can get going in a direction that you don't foresee. So hitting an obstacle more than once might be required to understand what's going to happen in mid-obstacle, at the end of the obstacle, these type of things. Or just making sure that you're in the correct position. So this is one that I'm remembering it from editing. We have not tried this one. So I'm at savage angle. My rear right tire is wanting to bind. I'm trying to get a hook on the right front tire, and it was just a little bit too much, and it let go. Let's see if Craig can get past it with a little bit shorter wheelbase, a little bit wider. He's off to the right a little bit already, which is going to be helpful because it is undercut in there. And so where I went into there, where my rear tire went in, it started like just right there. He backed up. Now he's in a much more balanced position on the V. Before that, he was like me, and the rear was wanting to go underneath, and then it went into bite, and that's just savagery. That means game over typically, which I demonstrated. So nice correction. I'm going to try to line it up here like Craig and go around the outside. However, I should have tried to push up the obstacle like normal. I don't know what happened to the video. Something happened. Oh, okay. I just jumped. Craig went up a little bit. We're back to where I was. Now I understand. So I'm in that same situation. My rear tire is going underneath. I need to do the reverse that he did. So that's what happened. Now we're off the rocks. Oh, well. Dadgummit. This is such a nice little freaking complicated section right here. To be able to go up, to be able to come back. Just oh my gosh, this place is so good at, just so good. Best ever. Best ever. Let's see this twist, Craig. He's in a bit of a spot. Oh, brown out. Brown out. Battery issues.
Might just been brown out.
Let's go. Let's look at this. Push it. And back. Come on. I pushed it. It's a little bit too fast into a little nub in the front of the tire that caused us to lose traction.
I don't think so.
Come on, dude. Let's see it. It's so freaking good, bro. I love this place. I love the Evo light. This is one of my favorite, if not my all-time favorite Evo light, I think. The 6394 just seems to be... it may not be the actual rig itself or the length. It just may be the weight bias. Pulling the weight bias back just made the rig feel way more balanced and controlled. Again, there we have battery issues from Craig. Ooh, almost got him. Wasn't even too big of one. But again, you see speed stacks up angle real quick and could send, with momentum, send you off the hill. So especially when you're going down in the transitions, make sure that your speed is under control or it will upset the rig. Look at this one.
Let's go.
Have to line up the V, stay balanced in the bottom. Oh, not quite what I intended, but that's what happens. Now we're going to save it. Come out. Nice. 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 Where you at, Craig? We're trying to find something nasty to do. I'm lining it up, dude. By the time we get to the bottom, Craig will be there. Nice set down. Nice set down. So, man, again, if you have not already and you are still here, which is highly unlikely, seeing as like normal watch time is like 4 minutes. So doing like a 40-minute video is like 10 times the amount of work that I probably should be doing. However, I love doing these videos. I love showing this stuff off, and there are homies that do watch the whole thing. So guaranteed somebody will put in there, I was here till the end. Heck yeah, I appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for hanging out with us. I do appreciate you. That's something I haven't said in a long time. This used to be just hanging out, sharing my buddies. It has become work, but I freaking love it. I could only be here because of the homies. So I appreciate the homies hanging with me. Here we go. This is something you do for a homie. Hopefully he'll listen. Trying to tell him to go off to the right. He needs to go off to the right. And then he got his rear end hooked. And now it's just stuck. Come on, guy. Get it fixed. So, thanks again for the homies. Thank you for your freaking support, dudes. Wouldn't be here without you guys. And I just want to say thanks, man, because I make a badass rig, but I could not have gotten here had it not been for the guys that do support me who made it possible. Let's go. That is a nasty one. Just a maneuvering of the steering to get over the hump there.
Okay, that's fine.
To break loose the bite that was in the rear right tire. Lost it on the hump, but we're still going to make the pull up. Let's go. Nice job. Nice job. Great job. Great job. Let's see what you got, Craig. This is just getting worse, dude. It's just getting worse. We're just going to keep pushing it up into the most nasty that we can. Trying to get on the right line here. We're getting there. We're getting there. Got it up. Nice. Keep pushing forward. It's so hard, dude. The little, like, undulating, the little like grippiness of the concrete just makes it really freaking hard. It's nice. It does give great traction. However, you have traction on one side, not traction on the other side, or little like swirls or things that bite the tire. Just it's just such a fun freaking surface to play on.
Oh, come on.
Craig set the. Oh, I was gonna say he set that up better, but then not so much. Not so much. Let's go, Craig. You got this guy. Right now, it looks like he's a little bit dipped out in the front.
You got it right there. Just keep pushing.
Trying to find the traction and the balance in the V in the rear. Let's go, freaking Craig. So these tires, I've been calling V-pins. They're on sale by All In RC and Hobby Park. Sorry, Hobby Park RC. Is it RC? It's just Hobby Park on Amazon. 62 millimeter tires. They're super freaking awesome. I cannot recommend them enough. They're super easy to cut and shut. Right now, again, I am running 3s on the front and 62s, or sorry, the 2-lug cut and shuts on the Echo in the rear. 2-lug is about 67, 68 millimeters. 3-lug is about 71. Pretty freaking awesome. Look at him, dude. So, guys, if you don't have a Slayer, bro, if this does not float your boat, I understand. This is a boat floater for me. Look at the controlled descent. As I said before, let's go, Craig. Show it off. Let's see him coming down into the nastier section that we were in. We haven't done this before. All of it's new. May have been up or down. All close to where we were before, but new lines pretty much every time. Let's see what you got, Craig. Let's see what you got. This is a little big for the little guy. Definitely the height advantage is going to be mine. Let's see what you got, Craig. Setting it up good. Keeping the hook on the right side, which would be the driver's side for Americans. Left side wheel, right side of the screen. That's what I meant to say. Sorry about that. Great job. Perfect poise. Keep it down. Feel it out. Use your steering and great driver mod all the way out. Watch it, because right here is going to want to get pinched. It's going to get upset. That's where you really have to be careful. Great freaking job, Craig. Skills. And shout out to Kyle. Profit Designs rig is baller when you have the right tires. When you have the right wheels and tires, check out your boy Texoma RC. Okay, so we're twisting it up nasty style. I just want to see how nasty it can get, right? That's what we're trying to do here. I want to twist all the way across as far as I can is the game, right? How far can we go? It's probably going to end in a flip. Not that far. Dadgummit. So our buddy Shane is driving this one at this point. Let's see what you got, Shane. He's a new driver.
We almost had it.
He's the one you saw with the what was
If you
it
swing down,
earlier in
if
the
you don't do what I did,
video.
just try to make sure you come out of it. You should be fine. I was.
He will be
purposely
with
trying
us
to
soon,
push it
dude. Look at him. He is loving the slow crawl. He's new to the brushless. He's look at him feeling it out, just like wow, totally different, dude. I think he's in love. Let's see what he's got.
I don't know much better.
So far, so good, Shane. Let's see what you got, buddy. I think it's gonna be a great video ender. You know what happens. Let's see what you got, Shane. I sure do appreciate y'all watching. Thanks for hanging with your homies.
Perfect, dude.
Do get out on the
Hanging
rocks.
on the way-
Do
now,
hit
back
us
out.
up on Facebook. And you know what to do. Rip till you flip.